People keep saying POD is saturated, and they are right. If you're in the same 10 niches as everyone else, what do you expect? In this video, I'll show you how to find hidden print-on-demand niches for 2026, step by step, using data, communities, and a small system you can repeat every single week. Here's what we're gonna be doing today. A simple 3-step system. Find micro communities, validate that they are actually buying in those niches, turn them into a product line or a mini brand hub. I'll be using EverBee on Etsy to see real sales and demand, Amazon Search BSR for extra validation, Kittl for fast designs, and my EverBee Store as my home base for niche collections. You don't have to use this exact stack, but I'll show you what I personally do. If you ever said POD is saturated, hit the like button so I know I'm talking to the right people. A hidden niche is not. No one has ever made this before. It's a small but passionate community. Proof they spend money, low competition. That is the idea of that. And let me go ahead and break this down in 3 steps for you. Micro community, people gather somewhere. Facebook group, Reddit, Discord, TikTok trends, just pretty much anywhere on social media where communities can be created. Money signals, sales, reviews, repeat purchases, shares, like that's very big. A lowish competition, not page after page of copy and paste designs. We want to kind of stay away from that. 2026 is going to reward people who understand people, their hobbies, pain points, and inside jokes, not just keywords. While you're watching this part, think of one small community you are in right now. Gaming, coffee, cars, whatever. Type it in the comments. That might be your 2026 gold mine. All right, so let's go over a few of these micro community niches, right? When you see this, so the first one is going to be a pickleball shirt. So we look at this very broad, right? We're kind of just going very broad, just a pickleball shirt. And you're seeing, we come in here, we got some demand. Look at this tool right here, EverBee, is showing us that there's monthly sales, okay? And then the 6 months old. So this is a really good sign. So 18 sales, 6 months old. That's a good sign. And it's a bestseller. He has a bestseller badge. Come over here for 4 monthly sales and 24 months. It's okay. All right, this one, 13 sales, 4 months old. That's a good sign. So listing age compared to, let's say, to the monthly sales, you're seeing that there's a demand, there's views, people clicking, people buying. That's a good sign. We're seeing good signs here. This one here, probably a little bit early, but I feel like after Christmas, this is definitely probably going to pop off. 7,000 views, 24 months. So probably for December, like certain ideas, certain concepts like this, you're probably going to get, you know, when it gets closer to the holiday, like a holiday trend like this, you're definitely going to get more sales. But also when it comes to something like this, right, you can see that there's a demand for this, but people are still buying this for Christmas, probably buying it for Thanksgiving. They're probably going to see someone special they haven't seen in a long time for Thanksgiving dinner, and they're going to buy the t-shirt to give it to a gift because they know they love pickleball. And that's a good start. So we see pickleball makes me say bad words. This is a cool one too. And you see this 6 months old and the 24 sales. This is a good sign too. Okay. It's popular and it's definitely doing some damage right here. This is like probably the best one we've seen, but we're looking at the data and it's showing us really good information. Here's another one too, right? There's another one over here, 32 sales, 7 months old. And this is a really good sign. Now, making sure that you always double check for trademarks and copyrights because that's very important, but this is a good idea. This is a good niche right here. So this is validation. We're using the EverBee tool to help us validate the sales, the views, and the listing age. And you click into a little bit more, we'll probably see some of the reviews and stuff like that. We'll do that. But the next one, so barista, like coffee, shirts, espresso. You can see all different types of keywords over here, but coffee just in general is a very, very big niche. Now you're going to more passionate barista, right? It's even more passionate, okay? I want you to think of just different ideas, different concepts. And we're going to be, everything I'm showing you, we're going to go into like, I'm going to show you some groups, show you some like the engagement like on TikTok, and then go over to like Reddit, show you the different ideas and different concepts over there too, and how people are like engaging inside these niches, right? So we're validating everything and then cross-checking it over on social media to make sure that there is a demand, right? We're looking for demand validation, everything you can possibly think of. So this first shirt right here, embroidered coffee lever, comfort colors, tea, You can see this 33 months old, right? But like there's traction here. Like there's a demand. This is probably like one of those evergreen shirts that sell pretty much all month long. Some months pretty much 1, 2, 3 times a day. I can see this right here just popping off, right? People want this. They love this type of t-shirt. Okay, now we come over here. We have another one. Look, ideas come after coffee. Good one. Look at, okay, 4 months. And then also too, you're seeing this price right here, right? They're doing the 50% off the shirt, but when you go click on a product, right, they're probably most likely the price is going to change and they're charging for shipping and all that stuff right here. 4 months old, right? But 4 sales already, monthly sales. This is a really good sign. When you compare that to that, good sign. And then it's like people seem to be very passionate because the low number of views on the listing compared to the sales, the conversion rate is up. So certain things like that, when you see this type of stuff, that's what I'm looking at, especially if you're like a newcomer. Understanding these type of analytics are going to help you understand to pick what niche you want to jump into. And I just want you to come up with different ideas as far as like you can just go into ChatGPT to help you come up with different concepts, different communities, stuff like that. And I'll share that with you too as well. This is very powerful. Is this niche going to have the same buying power as the other niche? Probably. Maybe not. Every niche is going to be different, right? This is why you have to do your research on your end to understand what people are buying. So if you see something like this, monthly sales, but it has conversion rate. So this means it's sold with a listing age of 12 months, but it hasn't sold within the months of sales. Okay, from my understanding, this is this month's sales. So we see here, you can see that that's the one we just looked at. Let's go down a little bit more. We got 2 with the silly barista with the duck on there. Is that the goose or the duck? And then support your local. So there's a support your local barista. This one too as well. Here's another one. Coffee, please. Here is support your local. Here's another one. Okay. When you compare it to the pickleball, it's okay, right? But I think if you do something a little bit more broader, like coffee, then it'll probably be a little more espresso. People buying in the niche a little bit more. Okay. All right, so the next one is disc golf shirts. If you're unaware of disc golf, it's a very popular one. I have an uncle that loves playing disc golf. There's a few things that are popping out to me right here. This one's really cool. Merry Disc Miss, and you can see the Christmas theme setup that they got going here. I think that's a really cool one. This is the popular one in the niche. So 20 months, a 5% conversion. This conversion is pretty high for the, everything here. So the month sales is 0, but it seems to be pretty high. And this one too as well has that lower price. Remember, if you go into the listing, I'll share that with you too in this video. And you click on a different product, the listing is going to change the price of the listing. Now this one right here, 27 month sales 8. That's a good sign. That's good. Go down a bit more. Look at, here's another one, 12 month sales 17. It seems like it's starting to rank on Etsy even more, or they're driving their outside traffic. Maybe they have their Facebook group or Reddit, or they're just reaching out to TikTok influencers or doing something like that. That's all possible right there. Hawaiian shirt. That's a pretty cool one too. The Hawaiian style. That's what that looks like to me. Search plus rescue, left behind, no disc. That's a cool one. So there seems to be some definite demand, and this is what we're looking for. We're looking for demand, leveraging the EverBee tool to help us, the research tool to help us find different products, different ideas, different concepts, and then taking those concepts over and just validating everything. So yes, there is a demand here. Now let's go ahead and take it a little bit step further. Okay, now we're gonna go on Facebook to see if there's groups. I actually joined this one because I do a lot of at-home espresso stuff too myself. But look at, there's a big demand here, 84,000 members. So that means 84,000 people are interested in home barista communities, right? Which is really cool. Okay. So, and you can see, like about the group, all that information. Coffee is passion. Coffee is hobby. Coffee is journey. Ton of stuff that can be done here. Now let's go over to the next one. You're going to see that pickleball forum. It's a public group, right? And pickleball. Okay, so you can see that's over 181,000 members here. And it seems like a good amount of people are engaging inside of this group. So you can see it. People are passionate about this. And this is good because you can come in here and do a lot of research and come up with your own unique t-shirt ideas by certain comments. Like, look at this guy has 12 likes on his post, right? Pretty sure he posted, there's a t-shirt in here, some t-shirt idea in here somewhere, right? From Dan. Understanding this, right? I'm teaching a little bit more about this as far as how to leverage social media like Facebook, TikTok, Reddit, and all these other platforms to help you come up with a unique shirt idea by using ChatGPT to help you come up with your own ideas, which is very powerful because the research process it's a big thing to creating a t-shirt design, right? So pickleball farm, pretty cool. Now we come over here into the disc golf. We're going to see how over 100 1,000 members in this one, which is pretty crazy. Okay, so you can publicly view this one. You can see that they're definitely posting, got some engagement going on here. People are commenting in here. People are liking stuff, so that's a good sign. So that means definitely there's a demand. And you can see how people are sharing products. This is one thing you can do. That's a disc, right? That's the disc golf. So they're sharing products in here. So if they're doing that, is there a way you can make your custom product, make a custom disc product? Okay, they see that they're engaging here. This is a good idea. This is a good sign. Okay, if you don't see that, and now just looking at these other ones, we can't get into the other one, but like custom paddles or shirts, anything like that, this is really good for us. I'm pretty sure like people are showing custom discs, and I'm share a funny shirt with a custom disc, and people, hey, where'd you get that shirt? You know, it's open. You're putting yourself out there in a way. But if you're like something, if you're passionate about disc golf, like this is really good for you. I would recommend you jump into something like this and, you know, start working at it. Create a t-shirt design, get it out there, go have fun as you're growing everything. It's like a whole learning process behind all this. Pretty cool. All right, next is TikTok. So I came over here on TikTok, type in barista coffee. You can type in coffee, espresso. Like you get the point. You get the concept. I'm sharing you with just different ideas, and a lot people are doing a lot of POV type of stuff. And I've created a few videos myself on this. This is pretty cool. You're seeing like this person has over like 600,000 hearts or likes on this. Over 180,000, over 400,000. This is crazy. 90,000, 100. Now this is all good stuff. People love this. This is a really big niche right here. People buy a lot in here. Now, remember, you're not getting the same engagement on Etsy, but over here on TikTok, you're like is saying otherwise. Like people love it. So like maybe they're not creating that t-shirt design, or you know, if you're not creating that t-shirt design on say Amazon, Etsy, or your own website, right? It's an underserved niche. This is what I'm saying. Okay, probably creating the design, you're not even understanding it. But if you come over here and leverage like social media, like TikTok, and see their engagement, you can possibly come up with your own idea. And then clicking on the video and just looking at the different comments, seeing what people are saying, what's funny. Because this is one thing too. I'll show you a quick example, like this one. They show people are engaging with the comments too. Okay, anything that's funny, all right. If you can turn something like that into a t-shirt design, is it a good idea? Like, just think about just different concepts, different ideas when it comes to something like this, because you doing this, you can create a unique design that no one has, and you can create less competition for yourself. The next one is pickleball. I search pickleball over here. Same thing over here. There's a ton of people engaging over here with pickleball stuff. So this is a good sign. Remember, each niche is going to be different when it comes to different types of engagement, as you're going to see right here, but I think it's still really solid. Next one, disc golf. Okay, same thing over here. We have some really good engagement. Look at all that. Okay, so that means like people are really passionate about this niche. Obviously, we're validating, we're taking to the whole process to make sure that they're buying. So after everything we're looking at so far, people are buying. All right, now we're over here on Reddit. Okay, home barista. We come down. My first successful latte art. This is big right here. So latte art, right? And like coffee. Like, can you do latte art for a t-shirt design? I'm pretty sure you can. Seeing there's a YouTube video over here, which is pretty cool. People are engaging over here, right? Okay, and also too, you see how I'm kind of just mixing in like different ideas, barista coffee, and just mixing in different like concepts and different ideas, because when you're doing this type of stuff, you're looking in here and seeing what's going on. Remove pucks. See, they get like remove the pucks. When you see stuff like this, like that's a t-shirt idea. Remove puck. When you're coming down and looking at all this, like there's engagement here. Okay, people, this is it. Listen to the customer. That's a good one. So the same content that we're doing, we did it on Facebook, TikTok, and now we're doing on Reddit. Same ideas. So you can click on, look at the comments. You can see like people are like voting it up. So there's a really good sign over here too as well. And then we come over here, disc golf. You can see like taps into disc golf. Be like, you can see this. This is a really good engagement here. And you look at the comments. Look at the idea here. See this idea? See the owl with the like you can put an owl on there. This would be a good people that love disc golf and owls. This right here, especially if you're like on bigger platforms like Amazon Merch or Etsy or anything like that. This is a good concept right here to follow along. This is powerful. And look at this engagement. Bam. That's what I'm talking about when it comes to something like this. What else can you put up here? Okay, just think about different stuff. Now, is there a way that you can do like different dogs or cats or anything like that? I think that's a good idea right there. So that's how you finding those unique ideas that you probably never even thought about, is by doing the research and getting inspiration from looking at other things or people are doing what's going on here. Okay. All right. Next is pickleball. So you come over here in pickleball. Same exact thing. You're seeing that the, we're looking at the ups and downs, comments, engagement, sharing some stuff in here that he did to his paddle. And this can be product research too as well. Okay. So think about everything that you can cover here. So, and there's a lot of stuff here too. We're seeing a lot of good engagement here, but it's showing you how you can do different research, different concepts, different ideas. So if you don't have any like ideas of any micro communities, you just leverage ChatGPT. You can see like, this is the prompt that I put in. Okay. If you want that too, let me know down below in the comments. I'll copy and paste this prompt over there for you. But looking at this right here, it's like book talk. You're seeing like different like romance reader stuff. This and it's giving you like a whole breakdown. Okay. That's what it did for me. Cozy gamers. Right, the gaming community is like a big thing, right? There's a lot of people buying in those niches. Parents buy stuff all the time for their kids in the gaming community. Then even just grown-ups, as it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, it's a big community. Okay, pickleball addicts, like we just talked about this, one of the niches in this video right here. It's a big community. Okay, backyard chicken keepers, like this is really big too as well. You can see what they're doing here. Plant talk, house plant parents, like, even bigger after 2020. It's like this keeps growing and growing. Dungeons and Dragons, right? This is a big thing. Now you want to be careful for trademarks or copyrights. So obviously double check everything when it comes to something like that. Now van life, I don't think like this is a big thing. So vans, like traveling, I'm thinking RV stuff like that. That's all big stuff. Now, obviously van life, people are really passionate about that. I've seen a Volkswagen, the little van thing, the van ones. Someone had a washer and dryer in the back that he was literally living in his van. I was like, he fits all that in his surfboard. He's a surfer, right? It was pretty cool though. I was like, I give him props. Like this guy's, doing his thing. Now this right here, the coquette bows aesthetic, like this is a big thing. Okay. We've seen this trend over in me making the content in the video, different video ideas, different concepts over the year. It's like trending, going up and up. Now think of it just like custom bows for this type of stuff. Okay, this is very big. Wishmallow collectors, what is that? So let's see, you can do a search. Literally, if you don't know what it is, like, okay. Now, obviously, like I think there's probably like different things you can probably create for something like that. Books, you can see journals, stuff like that working really good. Now you want to be careful that you're not infringing on anything, but this seems like a interesting idea. Didn't even know nothing like that. Bullet journal. And it shows you the hashtag, so you can obviously it shows you the research here. That's which is cool. You can literally just dive into like one niche and just have it break down the 10 things that you can possibly do. But this is all good stuff right here. Okay, very powerful. If you don't understand that, I would do this concept right here and then just dive in, talk to ChatGPT, help it assist you with certain ideas, different concepts, and then go from there. Now I want you to pause the video. Write down 3 micro communities that you're already in. Those are usually your best niches. Now, we already did some validation already. Now, if you want to take it just a step further, you're clicking on the listing, you can see like the add to carts. This is a really good sign right here over here on Etsy. And then if you want to take it even a step further, everything that I'm sharing with you, just go over on Amazon to see like, okay, is there something like this or something over there that's generating sales that you could possibly you're just looking at the BSR over there on Amazon, different concepts, different ideas, and looking at the data over there. Because if you have good data on Amazon, most likely on Etsy is probably going to be doing pretty good too. Personalization shirts do good both on Etsy and Amazon. Now Amazon, obviously there's a different way of you doing, uploading a product listing over there to do personalization. Over here on Etsy, it's more of a, just upload to Etsy and get it over here. But you can come over here and look at reviews. You can see different people wearing t-shirts. This is all good signs. Okay. That means that there's a demand over here. And then that 20 add to carts, most likely there's 20 add to carts and bestseller badge, people are buying. And then like the EverBee tool, you can come in here, click on the listing, and then it'll break down everything for you. You can even look at, just the, last month, and you can even look at all time to kind of see the, the demand and the sales volume over here and the revenue, right? 3,700. Come over here, same thing. The Merry Discmas, we've seen this one, right? But look at 20 add to carts already. And we're not even past Thanksgiving yet, right? We're coming and we're approaching there, right? But their sales, I'm pretty sure this is going to boom even more, which is a really good sign. You come over here, you can see people are leaving reviews already. And I'm pretty sure this was like one of those newer products, right? Which is even better for us. You're seeing that the listing age for over about a year. So it's definitely going to do pretty good. It's already at 5 sales. You look at all time sales, about 700. But you're seeing like the big spike right now. That's spiking up right now. It's going up and catching that momentum. So this is just an idea to share with you. And just the mashups too. So taking, like disc golf and Christmas or Xmas and using different keywords. It's one way to actually generate more traffic to your listing. Now, coming over here, we got the barista shirt. You can see 12 views in the last 24 hours, which is really good. Okay, and then you can see that the reviews, and then you can see people are actually wearing the t-shirt and taking a picture and sharing it with the review, right? Which is really cool. Analyze listing, come over, use the EverBee tool. Listing age 33 months. Says 10 sales. This is last month. You do all time. In December, 36 sales. That's definitely selling like, what is that? Like 3 times a day on average, right? Probably some days even more, just so it's a big spike. People buying, some people buying 10 a day, some people just buying 2 a day. Like, it all depends, right? So, but this is a really good sign. There's a demand here. Validation right here. There's some good validation signals. Your badges, reviews, people taking pictures with the t-shirt. In the last 24 hours, you can see these little type of badges that we're looking at right here. This is all good work. All right, also I want to show you one example. So if we come over here to Amazon.com, so 203 results, right? Mary Discmas sweater. Now, depending on different keywords and, different sayings into the thing, the results, like we try to look for this. So I want this to be as lowest as possible. 500 and lower is a good starting point. But once you get an understanding and how to rank stuff and get stuff on ranking on Amazon, it can definitely make all the difference. And the next thing we're looking for is different types of BSRs. It's called bestseller rank on Amazon. And like, for example, let's say this one has a review. The BSRs are loading. They've been all over the place as of for Q4 on Amazon. What I like to use is this Helium 10 Chrome extension. So I had to log in real fast, but when I populate this, it helps me generate a BSR. Now, we're looking right here. This is just an example. We're looking for when the lower this goes, and this is in 2023, so it made its first sale in 2023. But if you see that, it drops down. So every time it drops down and stays down, it's making sales. That's what we want. And now you can see that it doesn't make any sales throughout the year, but then it makes more sales. So you're looking for something that's more of a consistent seller. So while I'm looking at these numbers, tell me in the comments, what's more confusing for you right now? Etsy data or Amazon BSR? Type Etsy or Amazon. Let me show you something over here. So this will type in disc golf shirt. Right now, there's going to be more, there's going to be more competition. You can see that there's over 1,000 results over here for this idea. Let's click on this one. Overall pick. Okay. They're using Christmas lights for that. But if you come over here, see the last 90 days, using this tool, like there's demand, there's sales. Okay, so you're looking for something like this, right? Low competition. Usually you find that on Amazon when it's something is trending, or just you create a really cool design in a niche, and then you start to get to ranking. Because with Etsy and Amazon, it's customers. Customers are searching for keywords. They're searching in the search bar to find a product, and your goal is to give it to them. So if you create something that's really cool and they buy, that triggers the algorithm, and then it starts to share it more with more and more people. And then you get more and more sales organically. And then if you're running ads, that helps to help you rank into the algorithm. But this is a really good result of a Amazon BSR that shows consistent sales. And that's what you want. All right, so we're going to pretend that we're going to do a small micro clothing line niche. All right. Okay. So we're going to use the disc golf idea. And what I'm doing is we did the research already. So I'll give you an idea. I took an idea over here from Amazon, and then I came over here into the Etsy one that we reviewed over here because we know that's doing good. And then I found this one over here, Trees Don't Care About Your Feelings. And we can see that this one is doing good too as well. So we did the research already, right? Now I just came over here into ChatGPT and plugged the ideas in and just said, give me one t-shirt idea that will relate to the disc golf niche like this one, and give me the prompt for it. Okay, see that? And then the chains don't care about your excuses. That's solid right there. Okay. And then it went ahead and gave me the AI design prompt. And then Mary Discmas, give me one same exact prompt I put in right there. And then it said silent night, loud chains. Not bad at all. Right. And then I did the same thing with this one. Deck the chains. Okay. You're seeing that right there. This one right here, and it went ahead and gave us the AI prompt. So now what we're going to do is come over here into Kittl, and we're going to plug this all in. If you're unaware of what Kittl is, it's a really awesome AI design tool for print on demand. Well, for design work in general. Okay. But there's a ton of things that you can do back here that can help you as far as, getting your designs ready for upload or whatever you plan on doing. You make a social media post, you're making a t-shirt design, you're going to make a flyer, you name it. And then they have all kinds of cool different templates back here, which is really cool. Okay. And so you see that there's all they're all editable too. So you can come in here and click on one, you can edit the text and on any of these. So what I want to do is come over here to new project, right hand corner. Okay, I'm gonna come over here. Now they have this, you can see the categories here, right? I'm gonna go ahead and hit the print on demand. Now this is up to you how you want to do this over here. Printful, Printify, Redbubble, you can see everything over here. Me personally, I do a lot of Amazon merch work. So if I'm gonna put it on a website, I'm most likely gonna put it on my Amazon merch on demand platform too as well, just to cover a little bit more ground with my designs when I upload them, give them more of a shot to sell. So we have the 45, and then when you click on it, you see how it uploaded the size is ready for us, which is really cool. Okay, 4500 pixel by 5400 pixel and the 300 DPI. Then you hit create, bam, and then it just brings us over here, right? So this empty canvas, this is the correct size to upload to Amazon merch. This is that default template for me to size, because I can upload it to my own website. I can upload it to any of the print on demand provider platforms. I can do any of that right here. So I'm over here in the back end, right? They move this around a little bit. It caught me off guard. So you come over here to the left side. So it's right here on the bottom. So what we're going to do is generate an image. Okay. Now this is a cool thing about this. There is a few different models you can choose. Nano Banana, ChatGPT, Ideogram AI, one of my favorites, Dream 4, Flux, Google Image. There's a few different more as they keep coming down. Okay. What we're going to use, I love to use the Ideogram right there, that one. You can pick a style if you want to go ahead and do that. But for this example, I'm just going to go ahead and leave it just as is. Okay. You can change anything, how many images you want to put out. You can do any of that stuff. So we're going to come over here into first prompt that we generated. Then we're going to come back over here, and then we're going to hit that. And then we're going to go ahead and hit enter. Now, look how clean this is. All right. The chains don't care about your excuses. This is so cool. Okay, so it did a really good job. Now there's a few other things that we can do inside of here. The prompts too, if you want them, I'll put them down below in the description or in the comment section, so you can have access to those prompts or get an idea of what I'm using. Just let me know in the comments and I'll share those with you. You can see right here as you're doing this, there's a few things. So you can see how I'm just expanding it, how easy and user friendly it is, right? And then I can upscale, and then I can remove the background. So if I come through here, so if let's say I just want to upscale, I can just hit the upscale, and you can see that the loading bar up here and see how fast it's moving. So it did that. You can also vectorize the image too, or remove the background, which is really cool. And you can do it all the way up here too as well. So let me hit remove background, and boom, right? You see how good of a job it did, right? It's pretty good. You can also, you can come in here too. If you need to do anything, you can erase a few different things if you want to. You can definitely do that. But like I said, for example, so I'm trying to get it to that right size that we want it to be at. So you want it to look good on the thumbnail and the design is readable. Try to get it as big as possible on here. Okay. You can see how the color changed on the background. We can just go ahead and just do that. Right. Change it to black. Let's go ahead and just let me duplicate this actual canvas board. So we deleted, I'm gonna go ahead and delete that, and this ready for the next one. And then I'll just duplicate this one more time. And let's go ahead and take the next prompt idea that we got right there, come back in here and then generate. All right, so it's generated over there. I'm gonna write the new one over here. Everything's pretty much user friendly over here. You can see all the, you see the prompts right there that we created already. As you're watching me build this little line, which one would you actually wear? Let me know in the comments. This one's cool, right? That's pretty cool. So I did a good job with this one too. See exactly what we're doing. You can go ahead and do the same thing with this one too if you want to upscale it. We got some solid designs going on right now. Okay, just bring it up a bit, and then we'll just go ahead and remove that background. Just look how solid that is, right? This is crazy. And then we'll go ahead and upscale this one. I'm moving pretty fast. If you have any questions or anything about anything that I'm doing right now, please let me know in the comments. Sometimes it's not as always going to be all clean and pretty as I'm doing it right here. It's just everything just working along right here. I just want you to think about, like, sometimes you do deck the chain. Sometimes you do run into issues where it doesn't create it correctly, and you're like, dude, what do I do now? So it just work and understanding the prompt ideas and putting in good prompts. Like, literally, that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. I've been doing this for a while, so I kind of get an understanding of it. If you run into any issues, I'm here to help you. So I can kind of give you my best advice, but deck the chains, right? That's one. Silent night, loud chains. These are really solid ideas that we came up with. Okay, pretty good. The cool thing too, so we have them. They're all good. They're good to go. I can go ahead and download them over here in the corner. I have all 3 artboards selected. If you want to just select one of the designs, you can do that. But for this example, I'm just going to go ahead and download it into the PNG format. You can choose whatever format you want, and then you want to make sure you hit the remove background. And that's what that's going to do. It's going to go ahead and download all of the designs for us. Now we just got to go ahead and create our website on the EverBee Store, which is going to be really cool because I'm going to show you how to upload the products and then get them up on products that you want to sell, like sell for like a t-shirt. And it's all going to be done with AI. See how fast this is and crazy it is. And if you're unaware, EverBee is going to have a Black Friday sale. It's going to be starting in about, what's that, 4 more days? So the Black Friday sale, for Friday. So after the day after Thanksgiving, and they're having a really good sale. So what you're gonna do is come over here, click notify me, and you're gonna go ahead and sign up, and you'll join the wait list, and you'll be notified of the Black Friday sale. So they're supposed to have a really good sale over here. If you love doing research on Etsy, if you plan on building your own website, this tool right here does really help when it comes to any of that, especially if you're doing a lot of selling online just in general and you're creating designs or whatever it is you're doing. The research tool back here is really awesome. And then generating your own store, your own print on demand store, or if you're just generating your own website, there's several different things you can do with your own website, right? And I'm going to show you right now in the next step right here of this video of how to create your product line, like a very, a small product line, but you can see how fast and user-friendly it is with AI. Okay, so this is going to be down below in the description. If you want to sign up with that, go ahead and check that link out down below. All right, so I'm in the back end right here of EverBee Store. Now, this is a cool thing. We're going to go ahead and create with AI, but if you have your Etsy store up, you can import your listings to your own website. If you want to migrate with Wix, you can do that too as well. So it gives you a few different options if you don't want to create with AI, but let's go ahead. We're going to create a new store with AI, and then we're going to upload those designs that we created in this video over there. So we click that, come over here to get started now. Share details to help us design your website. So for example, so you have some templates here too. Jewelry, crafts, supplies, clothing, digital prints, candles, and then obviously you can type in whatever you want here. One thing I always recommend is to leverage like ChatGPT to help you. If you have an idea or a concept and none of these apply to you, I would try as best as possible to talk to ChatGPT to help you go back and forth. Use it as your assistant to help you come up with your own unique idea and how you want to build your store. And then you can copy and paste that into here, this little box here. But for this example, I'm going to hit print on demand shirts. Okay. And then it's going through the whole process for us of creating the design and everything, which is really, really cool. Now you see how fast that was, right? We generated a store pretty dang fast. Story Threads is the name of the store. That's what it looks like. Look at all this cool stuff. Okay. So just gives an example. It shows us everything. You come over there, you can click, there's a home, shop, threads, and then it shows you like the product examples, view all. So we're on step 2. Let's go over here to next. Let me go ahead and remove myself so you can see that. I'm clicking this little button here. Now you can choose like your color layout. If you don't like the color scheme going on here, you can literally just click one of these buttons and then it will change it to a different color scheme. Okay. And then you can pick your font. So we'll just go ahead and we'll click that one for the example of this video. And you can see like it's changing all the color, which is cool. You want to change the font, you can do that. You can see that how the font is changing. All right, and the goal is obviously you want it to be as easy as possible to read when it comes to any of this. And I'm gonna go ahead with that one right there. The corner radius, if you want to mess with any of that, you can. We'll just do that for that example. Now, go ahead, we have it all set up. It's all loading up. Let's go ahead and go to dashboard. So this is our actual website. You can change any of this stuff too, by the way. It's user friendly. You can do pretty much anything you can possibly think of here. Okay. This is the dashboard. This is going to be like your whole front dashboard, and then a customer orders. Okay. Orders and shipping, any of that stuff, and then products, you can collections, reviews, and then marketing, email, discounts, SEO, meta ads. There's a ton that can be done. Designer, so you can come in here and customize the whole actual website and click. So for example, let's come in here, right? There's a whole, they break down everything for you. Like you can't be left behind over here. There's so much stuff back here that can be done. See how I clicked on it, right? I can edit anything in here. If I don't like an image in here, I can just upload my own image. If I don't like the saying, I can do that too. Let's go back. Design builder, they can content, and then there's different apps. So you come over here to the app market. They're adding more and more apps too, by the way. So you can have like a subscription based website if you want. Back here, there's a Printify website you can shine on to. It's a really cool one too as well. Anywhere POD. That's the first time I'm seeing that one right there. It's pretty cool. Painting or something like that. The ones that I'm familiar with are Printify, Shine On, and then the subscriptions. You can use whatever you want, right? Shine On's pretty cool. Let's do a little bit of research on whatever product you plan on selling. This is just an example of me sharing everything with you. I'll just go ahead and install this one just for this example so you can see, because we're going to be using this to upload our designs to products. So it's going to take us through the whole process. And a link your store. So you're going to see that I have the Printify app installed onto the store. And that's where, you know, all the fun stuff happens. But let me go over a few more things. So the brain, think of this as the AI, the data information. Like, what is your goals here when it comes to any of this? Like, what is the main concept? What is the main idea right here? Like, you know, you can literally look at your branded book. So like, who's your target audience? Think of stuff that you're going to be sharing, feeding it to the brain here. And it's going to help you with marketing. It's going to help you with your ads. It's going to help you with your social media posts, stuff like that. And it's going to be ideas. And you can see everything else, EverBee Store, EverBee email, Stripe. Like there's a ton of stuff that can be done back here. And you literally just like click on it, right? And then you just go in here and tell all the information and save it. And it's just like the AI right here of your store. And then settings, you're going to see all the information here. You can change your domain, site name, and payments, all that stuff, connect Stripe, shipping information, right? Advanced stuff. Metapixel, Google Tag Manager, Google Analytics. And then you click on Learn. They have a whole backend where it will teach you, you know, how to do everything from step 1, step 2, step 3, all the way to step 5. Okay, let's go ahead and start uploading those designs that we created. We uploaded 3 designs. Now, what you're going to have to do too as well, you're going to have to upload your products on the Printify site, and then you're going to fetch them from, I can't even say it, from Printify. And the fastest way to create, you just create the pop-up store. Okay, really easy on the back end. So you create the pop-up store, and then you can just start adding products over there. So let's go ahead and upload. Or let's say a t-shirt. We want to upload a t-shirt. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to pick, let's say, we've seen a lot of comfort colors, right? Let's go ahead and just use comfort colors for the example. Click on start designing, and then to upload right there. And probably upload one design at a time, right? And then the colors, you can click, you know, all the color variations over here. So for example, just put on the black, right? And the sizing of the design, you can mess with that too back here, right? So let's just do, and you see how the design went up there, right? Pretty simple, pretty easy, pretty straightforward. And then, right, so we have that primary design on the t-shirt, right? And you can see that the AI back here in Printify pretty much did everything for us, which is really cool. Okay, you can enable personalization if you wanted to. Break this all down. You can see down here, edit pricing. If you want to mess with the pricing, you can. It says right here. It is also doing all this. This is really cool. Optimize. You can see our profit. You can change any of this, right? Which is really cool. I'm going to show you just, this is one example, and then I'm going to just go ahead and upload all the other designs, but you kind of walk through the whole process with me. You're following along. Leave a comment down below. If you have any questions or concerns, I got you covered. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to my channel with notification bells on, because, you know, we're rocking through this video. All right, now hide it in store. No, but we got everything, all the sizes. Also too, if you want to increase the price, depending on the size, you could do that if you wanted to. So like say 3X and above, it'll be sort of $24.99. You could do $26.99, something like that if you want to. And then everything else seems good. Okay. Now, if you want to add more to here, you can do that too as well. You can add, you know, you can add the size chart too as well. You can have that in there. You got to give the customer an idea what it looks like, and then you just hit publish. Now I'm going to rinse and repeat the same process for the other 2 designs. So I'm going to go ahead and speed that part up real fast. All right, so we're back over here in the actual Printify app on EverBee Store, and then I'm gonna hit fetch all updates. So I went ahead and uploaded all 3 designs to my pop-up store on Printify, and I hit that little cool button right there, and then our design should just pop up right here. So I'm just gonna type in up here disk. You can go in there and search for it, but I was just type that in, it should pop. Yeah, there we go. So there's 3 designs right there. I put it on a sweatshirt, a hoodie, and then a t-shirt. So I'm gonna go ahead and publish to store, and it's telling me story threads. And literally this is how like you create your mini brand just like that, right? You can see exactly, you know, how we started just our own product line pretty fast, right? So this is like the whole process, the whole step. This is how I would do it personally, and I'm just sharing it with you. Now everything is all published to the store. We should be able to, now let's come over here. The products are over here. Publish twice, it looks like. So we're going to go ahead and preview on our online store here. And then just you can go in here and edit all the collections if you want to too as well. You can do any of that stuff. Real simple. Just come over to collections, and then you can create a collection of disc golf if you want. You know, if you're depends what you're doing. If you want to put everything in all categories, make it look nice, you can do that. So look at that. See how everything just all pops up. You got a little pop-up thing, pretty nice. You got your mock-up here. Okay, you got your price, right? You can obviously adjust any of this, the pricing, any of that. This is, of course, just an example, and you can see how everything is moving, the listing and how the mockup is, right? It makes everything look cool. You add, like, if you want, say, if you want to click on Excel, look at that, how it did that. You want 1 or 2, you can mess with that here. Add to cart, right? Oh, pick a color. Thought I did that already. Add a cart, boom, added it to the cart. Pretty cool. And then same thing with the next one over here. You can kind of see, and you can even click on it. Enhance the listing, make it bigger. Pretty cool, right? Oh, we don't want it on that one. I gotta go in there, edit, and take that off. But you see, get the idea. I'm a big fan of actually getting it up, testing it out, see how it looks on the actual product, and then going from there. Like this listing right here, like I'll probably come in there and take off all that. But same thing here. It's all user friendly, all clickable, which is really, really nice. Would you rather send traffic to a single Amazon listing or a full niche collection like this? Comment Amazon or collection. I'm curious how you're playing it right now. So we built the store from A to Z, came up with the research, did everything, the validation, all that stuff, and you're ready to launch your mini line, like a mini brand, micro niche brand, you know, leveraging, you know, AI, leveraging EverBee research, leveraging Amazon, leveraging Kittl, and then putting it up live onto the store. Then you can launch your own brand in 2026 with the way I showed you inside this video. Pretty cool. Keep in mind, when it comes to this, I just showed the EverBee Store to show you exactly how to build out the whole, you know, website. You don't have to use EverBee. You can use Shopify or any other website building platform. Now let's do a quick recap. Find the micro communities using Etsy, and you see how I use, you know, the social media platforms too for validation. And then I took it a step further. We use Facebook, we use Reddit, we use TikTok, and then I took it a step further. Then I went ahead and validated it over on Amazon, because I wanted to see a demand in these niches, right? You want to take it a little bit step further, because you want to make sure everything is like there's a demand here when it comes to all this, right? That's the most important thing. So don't skip over that. And then we created the design, right, using Kittl, and then we leveraged ChatGPT. So we're kind of just leveraging, you know, we're branching out into everything, but it all is very powerful because the power of AI that we have right now at our fingertips. We can literally launch and test something and get it done within an hour and have a fully built website with designs on it, less than an hour, right? Just think about it as you find a new niche idea and then you go build your product line to it, and then you can, you know, whatever way you're gonna drive traffic. You gotta think about your own way. How you're gonna use this, how you're gonna use it to help you make sales, how you're gonna monetize this, right? That's the main goal with this. And the cool thing, you don't have to guess. You follow this, you'll be early in your niche when everyone else is copying 2025 trends. I made this video specifically for you to help you build a clothing brand or your own business in 2026 by leveraging these tools that I'm sharing with you in this video. And if you want to see how I do even more research and finding these unique niches, watch this video right here next. I show you the top 10 Etsy niches, and comment down below if you have any questions or concerns. I'll give you a really detailed answer to help you build your 2026 website and help you with your own personal business and clothing line, own clothing brand, whatever you want to call it, right? Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe with notification bells on. Peace out.